What's good, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with a new behind the scenes tea video. Baby, it is going down on the Real Housewives of Miami. If you have not been keeping up, then I don't know what you're doing, because you are missing out on some good tea, honey. They are acting a fool, especially Miss Julia. Julia was a fan favorite up until this season, and I don't know what is going on with her, but she has gone rogue. She has become a villain this season. She is being caught lying. She's betraying friendships. She's acting funny towards Adriana and Gertie. She's trying to be a part of the It Girls clique. I don't know what happened to that lady. Maybe this was always her and we just didn't know it was her, but she has literally lost all of us as fans. And on this season, she has come in with having a bone to pick with Gertie, accusing Gertie of not being a good friend and only worrying about, publicity and all of these things. And she even went so far as to lie to the girls about this trip that they went on, where Julia had to go on this cruise trip. And initially she was supposed to go with Martina, but Martina, was going through, chemo at the time and wasn't feeling well and couldn't go. So she called Gertie in a panic, in a rush, asking Gertie to go with her. Mind you, Gertie and her husband had literally just got back from a cruise, right? Might have been the same cruise. I don't know. But Gertie, being the good friend, went with her to support her. And on one of the nights, Julia had to attend this dinner, right? And when Gertie got there, she did not have a seat for Gertie. She literally did not have anywhere for her to sit, made her go and sit by herself. Gertie was so upset that she ended up leaving and I guess having dinner by herself somewhere, and was like, I'll just see you when we get back home. She did her so dirty. But on the show, she tried to play it off and act like Gertie was only worried about herself, and Gertie invited herself to the event and she was mad because she didn't get seated where she wanted to. Like, she literally switched up on Gertie. It was crazy, right? Well, on this week's episode of The Real Housewives of Miami, not only did Gertie come with her receipts, but Real Housewives of New Jersey star Jen Fessler came with some receipts herself, y'all. Y'all will not believe this. Let's take a look at what she had to say when she was on Two T's in a Pod podcast.
Jen Fessler was there.
Let's give her a call. Let's get her on here and see what she has to say.
Tell us about that cruise. You were on it.
I didn't realize you were on the cruise.
She was there.
Julia said, there's no room for you at the table. We're all like part of the Bravo family, and you can't pull up a chair.
Julia didn't want her there.
This changes my mind, because watching the episode, it starts out with her two little beautiful boys and it's such a sweet moment. Gorgeous. And all this. And then it's like, then all of a sudden Gertie's flashing these text messages.
Gertie did what she felt like she had to do.
See, like Nene Leakes said, you cannot win when you play dirty. Like, I don't know what Julia was thinking, but obviously she didn't think this through enough, because I guess she forgot to factor in that there were other people there that witnessed her behavior. It wouldn't just be her word against Gertie's. Like, you dumb. Why would you do her like that? She did you a solid. She did you a favor, and you couldn't even pull up a seat for her. You just discarded her like she was yesterday's trash. Like, what is wrong with you? You're a nutcase. And once again, it really bothers me that she's over there with these black babies. It really is not sitting well with me at all, y'all. It don't make me feel good. And especially with me learning so much about her wife, Martina, and the very controversial statements. Recently, she just came under fire for saying during a social media post, which has now been deleted, she suggested that surrogacy is just wrong and that sometimes you can't have it all, considering the fact that you are in a gay relationship, and a lot of gay women have to go the surrogacy route in order to have a child a lot of the times, if both women cannot carry, or just the simple fact that you and your wife just literally adopted two boys. Like, what? Like, this lady is insane to make such a comment like that. One of your wives' cast members, Lisa, had to have a surrogate to have her children because she had multiple miscarriages and things, and she could not successfully carry a baby on her own. I really wonder how she feels about that statement. I also have voiced that I think that it's very selfish for the both of them to even adopt children this late in life, especially on Martina's behalf, because she is 68 years old and Julia is 53 years old. The boys that they adopted at the time of last year were 3 and 1. 3 and 1. By the time these kids even reach high school, Martina will be in her 80s. Yeah. And Julia is 53 years old. She still got time, God willing. But we also just learned that she isn't even speaking to her oldest daughters right now. They've fallen out. What will happen to these boys if something happens to them? Who do they go to? Who will they be raised by? And the fact that Julia is treating Gertie this way, who you would think she would be relying on as a black woman to help her and give her advice on raising black boys, it's really disheartening, and it's really confusing to me that she has opted this route with Gertie when Gertie has been nothing but supportive and a great friend to her, when the ladies that she's aligned herself with now have talked about her like a dog and treated her like a dog. It's very, very sad and disappointing to see her going out this way and just blatantly lying on Gertie, and then to throw a drink on her, and then for the ladies to sit back and just say, that wasn't right. But then when Gertie returns the favor by exposing her lies, oh, she's condemned to hell. This is the problem that I have with these reality shows where there are majority white women, Latin women, whatever, women that ain't black, okay? Because the black women or black people on the show are always made out to be the problem. Everything that they do is an issue. But when they, meaning the white counterparts, do the same thing, their actions are negated, and it's just simply maddening to me. And what's even more maddening to me on Real Housewives of Miami is that Gertie is not just the only woman of color on that show. You have Kiki, and you would think that Kiki would be more vocal and supportive of Gertie, but we have not seen that, and it's sad. It's so sad, and it's so frustrating, and it makes you so angry, especially if you're a woman of color, that you don't even want to support the shows anymore, because it's just like you can't win. It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And I truly feel so bad for Gertie, so bad. And now it makes it even more understandable why Dr. Nicole left. Because who wants the stress? Who wants to constantly have to watch what you say, be attacked for having an opinion or for sticking up for yourself? It's just simply too much. Too much. But yeah, Julia, you have once again been proven to be a liar and a horrible person. And I don't care if you apologize until the sun comes up. If I was Gertie, I would never, ever, 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 ever forgive you. Never forgive you. Never, ever, 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 ever. Oh, and let me say that after this week's episode aired, Julia had the nerve to go on her social media and post this statement saying, wow, you could have done that at any time, not at something that is so close to at Gertie design heart. You just canceled out the meaning of why everyone was there, cancer survivors. I'm usually a fan of Gertie's, but I don't like public humiliation that was planned. I felt so sorry for at Julia. By the way, I was the same when Julia threw the water the other week. Hashtag RHOM, hashtag at Bravo Andy, hashtag at Bravo Watch What Happens Live. So apparently she copied or screenshotted something that a fan wrote and then reposted it on her page. Okay. Regardless, her stance is still so off. So off, because Gertie can talk about whatever the hell she want to talk about at her goddamn event. She can do that. She can do whatever the hell she wants. You are the one that accosted her. You are the one that lied on her. You are the one that switched up on her and is acting like a freaking weirdo. And the fact that you still are trying to play victim is insanity to me. Insane to me. If Gertie wants to take her moment of being a cancer survivor and taking a stance against people playing in her face and lying on her and trying to embarrass her, she can fucking do that. Because let me tell you something, as a cancer survivor, my damn self, one thing that going through a battle with cancer teaches you is that life is short and you do not have to take whatever from anybody. It makes you strong and it makes you a goddamn warrior, and you refuse to let people think that they can run all over you. So if she wanted to take the time to get some shit off her chest, she is more than able to do that. Fuck goddamn Julia. Fuck her. Stupid ass bitch. She done pissed me the hell off. You fucking threw a drink in her face, hoe. Like, what is wrong with you? Girl, this is why I could never be on a fucking reality show. T Squad, y'all let me know what y'all think about Jen Fessler outing Julia for her lies. Let's talk about it down below in the comment section, you guys. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you, T Squad, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.